Hi, it's Mitch from pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Bucks versus Grizzlies NBA matchup on Saturday, April 17th, 2021. Of course, here on YouTube, I do more free pick videos than anyone, so be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. But let's get to this one between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizz on a back-to-back after playing the Chicago Bulls. They just have not been playing their best basketball recently. It's that whole thing where they get above 500 and then just seem to collapse every single time. Meanwhile, the Bucks returning home from a 3-game road trip where they took care of business in all 3 of those games, not against the toughest of competition, the Magic, the Timberwolves, and the Atlanta Hawks, but they were missing Giannis for a while and had lost 3 games prior to that, so they bounced back. And the Bucks have now been 3 wins in a row, 3 losses in a row, and 3 wins in a row. So talk about patterns. I think a lot of that has to do with the competition as well as the roster and who's healthy and who's not and who's available. But, you look at the Memphis Grizzlies and there's no rhyme or reason to, the way that their runs go. And, that losing 3 of 4 before heading into Friday night's game, just something we just seem to see over and over again out of this team. Anytime they seem to start to get some positive momentum going, they're fighting for that final playoff spot in the Western Conference. Of course, probably regardless, they'll be in a play-in game at the very worst, but as most players and most teams probably want to avoid that scenario if at all possible. The Bucks have a little bit of mobility, a little bit of room to move up in the Eastern Conference. They're 3rd place in the standings, so if they played against the Nets or the 76ers, which they would have to probably play in the semifinals and then in the finals of the Eastern Conference, they wouldn't have the home court advantage. So if they can catch one of those 2 teams or both of them, they're just 2 games behind the Nets and 3 behind the Sixers in the standings. They have a chance to catch them. There's a little bit of time, but they're going to need to, they can't really afford to lose too many games between now and then. I think when you look at this one, you just, the way the Grizz are playing and the way the Bucks, sometimes they get into these home weekend games and it just seems like, they just really knock teams out. I think this could be one of those games where the Bucks win by double digits. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks here, lay the 8.5, and that's going to be my free pick. If you're interested in seeing who the top experts in the world feel the best bets on the card are today, head on over to pickdawgz.com and click on the Premium Picks tab.